that you destroyed us, and you got, now let me say this. Let me say a regular term. Whatever you put out into the universe, it always got to come back around some type of way.
True.
We just telling your ass about justice.
True.
We just telling your ass about universal law. Right. If you don't believe in the Most High.
True.
Go ahead, what you got?
Oh, no, I got a question for you. I see Jimi Hendrix and Bob Marley over here. Now, musical-wise, they was geniuses.
Right.
They
right.
Musical-wise.
Let me say something, brother. That Jimi Hendrix is a mistake. What you got, sister? You got to go?
Yeah.
Use the number, okay? I'm sorry I didn't get to your question, all right?
It's okay.
I'm sorry about that. All right? But if you need to call me, I'll answer whatever you need. Okay? What's your name?
Victoria.
Victoria Yaqataz.
Nice to meet you.
So what you saying, brother? Jimi Hendrix was a mistake?
Huh?
What you saying? Jimmy was a mistake?
That was a mistake I put up there.
Oh,
that was a mistake. I did some research on this brand. Nah, Bob Marley is a white man. Bob Marley is his father was white.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Seed of your father. The mother's the earth, the father's the seed.
Musical-wise, Bob Marley was a genius. You know, I
got you. You got it in nationality. See what I'm saying? Peep this out. Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer taught him everything he know, right?
True.
Those are Israelites or black men. Benjamin or Levi.
Right.
Those are either one of these three tribes in that area.
Right.
This is Bob Marley's forefathers. I'm not saying that man particularly. I'm talking about the so-called white man. That's his forefathers. So what I'm trying to show you is Bob Marley came in, he got some Israelites to show him what he know, and then they went and gave the so-called British, Chris Blackwell, Tough Gong Records and all of that, them deals he got.
That's right.
He singled him out.
Yeah,
and said, well, you know, the hell with them niggas, I want to give you this. I don't want to give them niggas no money. And the reason why they did that to Bob, because Bob was a white man. He knew he was a white man. Bob spent a lot of time with his father. A lot of people don't know that he spent a lot of time with his father.
But Jimmy Grandma was West Indian, though.
Yeah, I was just, the research I did, it kind of threw me somewhere else, but that's a mistake. Thanks for reminding me, because I'm going to block that out. All right, what we got now?
I'm the first.
Right. That's my brother, and I'm gonna say this about Farrakhan. I done said certain things about Farrakhan, right? And we speak the truth out here, but in all actuality, I mean, I found the truth because of the Most High, but Farrakhan is the one who sparked that light in me. You know what I'm saying? Farrakhan is the one who sparked that light in me and was like, well, you know, this and that. Y'all the true children of Israel. Who is the true children of Israel? And I've been trying to figure out who the 12 tribes or whoever are for years. So when he started coming out with that, that's when I started getting on my hunt. And I had books already. Right? Go ahead. Hand me that book, Pawns in the Game. Hand me that. Go ahead.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
For behold, in those days, come, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
And who?
Jerusalem.
So Judah is these three tribes. Jerusalem is the other 9. He's going to bring us out of captivity. Go ahead.
I will also gather all the nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Because guess what? The nations are gathering up for World War III right here. Right here. The Mediterranean Sea. That's the valley of Jehoshaphat, or Yahweh-Shaphat, the Most High's judgment. That's where Israel is. Israel is right. Jerusalem, Israel is right here. So all these nations gathering up for war right here. And this is old. This is future prophecy, but it's old. It's telling you about what's happening right now. Go ahead.
And I will plead with them there for my people.
So there go that word plead again. The Most High said he's going to plead the cause there for my people. Go ahead.
And for my heritage, Israel.
Oh, for what?
My heritage, Israel.
No, the Most High loves everybody.
My heritage, Israel.
So why the pastor don't tell you that the Israelites is the Most High's heritage? It's God's heritage. You can't find that in the Bible about no other people. So now you must ask yourself, who's the Israelites? If the heritage, the heritage of the Most High he gave to the Israelites, you need to figure out who are the Israelites. It's a lot of reporters in here behind us doing reports. You know that, right? All of them is reporters. Believe that. Go ahead.
Whom they have scattered among the nations.
Whom they have what?
Scattered among the nations.
That's right. So the Most High said, read that back up against Lockie.
Come.
It's in there.
Huh?
It's in there. It's not in here.
Go ahead. So Lockie, go ahead.
Come, verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations.
How did you scatter? Give me that. How did they scatter us amongst the nations?
By way of conversation.
That's how they scattered us amongst the nations. Go ahead.
And parted my land.
Because guess what? The Palestinians is on one side, and you got the fake Jews on the other side. Go ahead.
And they have cast lots for my people.
And guess what? The Arabs, the Africans, and the white man, they all had us on auction blocks. They all sold us across the earth. They cast lots for the Israelites. The Most High said they cast lots for my people. Go ahead.
And had given a boy for a harlot.
And you sold out boys for sex slaves. You sold out boys for breeders. You broke out boys because some of you, Mr. White Man, is faggots. Right? Go ahead.
And sold a girl for wine.
And guess what? You sold out women for wine. For musket guns and wine. That's how much you value our women. You sold them for wine. Go ahead.
That they might drink.
That they might do what?
That they might drink.
So you can get drunk. Our women's life was just worth you getting drunk? Go ahead.
Yeah. And what have you to do with me, O Tyree and Zidon?
So guess what? The Most High is answering the question. What you got to do with me, O Africans and Arabs? What do you have to do with me? Right? So that's like somebody running up to me and saying, up to you and saying, hey, Yaqataz, you saying, man, get away from me, man. What you want, man? Get away from me. What have you to do with me, what?
O Tyree and Zidon.
Go ahead.
And all the coast of Palestine.
Yeah, right, and you Arabs. Tyree and Zidon is so-called Africans, ancient African coast. And you Palestinians are Arabs, the ancient Arabs. Go ahead.
Will you render me a recompense?
Will you pay the Most High back for not choosing you? Right? Go ahead.
And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily.
So the Most High said, if you're going to pay him back, swiftly and speedily,
will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Because he said he's going to pay this kingdom back in 1 day. In 1 hour, this place is going to be finished. That's why he said he's going to return quickly and speedily. Will he return your recompense upon your own head? Go ahead.
Because he had taken my silver and my gold.
He has did what?
Taken my silver and my gold.
Give me Lamentations 4:1. It might be 2:1. I think it's 2:1. But he have taken what?
My silver and my gold. And have carried unto your temples my goodly pleasant things.
Hold that real quick. Lamentations after Jeremiah. Lamentations 2. Go to 4. No. 4. No, Lamentations 4. Lamentations chapter 4. Because ye have did what? Because ye have what?
Because he had taken my silver and my gold.
Right? Slocky, hold it. 4, bro. Because you have taken his silver and his gold. Yeah. What is the Most High's gold? Right? You have taken his silver and his gold. Right? Go ahead.
And have carried unto your temples my goodly pleasant things.
Hold that. Read that. Lamentations 4:1.
How is the gold become dim?
How is what?
How is the gold become dim?
So this scripture is about to tell you what is gold. What is this gold talking about? How has the gold become dim? Go ahead.
How is the most fine gold changed?
So how is the most fine gold chain? Right? Go ahead.
The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street.
So guess what? The stones of the sanctuary are foundations of the Lord's sanctuary. The stones of the sanctuary are poured out on every what?
Every street.
So why your pastor don't tell you that the men of the Lord is poured out on what?
Every street.
Right. Go ahead.
The precious sons of Zion.
The precious who?
The precious sons of Zion.
What did the Bible talk about when it's talking about gold?
The precious sons of Zion.
So guess what? The precious sons of Zion is you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. You are the precious sons of the Most High. You black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indians, you are the special people of God. Go ahead.
Comparable to fine gold.
What did the Most High say you blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans is compared to?
Comparable to fine gold.
So why your pastor don't tell you that you not equal to everybody? Why your pastor don't tell you you're not equal to everybody? Go ahead.
How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers?
And earthen pitchers is on the bottom. Huh. What you got? What I had you did something? No. All right.
Joel 3. Joel 3, chapter 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
Right.
And have carried away into your temples my goodly, pleasant things.
So guess what? The goodly, pleasant things is you children of Israel. You was taken into slavery, into the white man's temple. That's what you was. Right? And most of our people hate the hell out of that because you're like I said, most of you is brown-skinned crackers. And you sit to the side, science bar, because you depend on Mr. White Man education and everything he give your ass. That's why you come up so much against your own brothers. Give me Jeremiah 2:14, That's the problem. You come up against your own brothers. Right? A lot of times when we out here teaching this word, our people sit there and they bicker and they sidebar, and then you got the brothers sitting there, brothers sitting there sidebarring, and you got him in the sister ear. We trying to teach the sister, but he in the sister ear. The sister can sit there and listen. We here for our people, but he in the sister ear. You see what I'm saying? Our people
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14.
Right.
Is Israel a servant?
Is what?
Is Israel a servant?
So it's time for our people to stand up on their feet and stop being faint-hearted and weak as hell. Right. Come on, go ahead.
Is he a homeborn slave?
So the Most High is asking the question, are you a natural slave? Right? Go ahead.
Why is he spoiled?
Why are you so destroyed, Israel? Why are you so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans? Why are you so destroyed? You know why? Because you keep bowing down to all these other nations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like the scriptures say, you lay your body down as the ground, and so these other people can walk over top of you. What you got, brother? You got a question?
Why they say Esau the Arab?
Huh?
Why they say Esau the Arab?
Because people don't have no real understanding of the study. Right? And what they looking at in there today, like Saudi Arabia and them Arabian countries, that's Esau in there. Just like he took over everywhere else. That's the Ottoman Turks that's in there. Them people, if you really study, them people, they are Jewish. But they hide behind being Arabs. They not Arabs for real. They are Jewish people. And they have an interest in Jerusalem, Israel. These are the same people in Israel that's claiming to be the Jews and all of that. These are the people that's really running all of that. These are the people that's connected with the higher ups like the Rothschilds and all of that. Them not Arabs. They are in, just like they're in the country. They're in the country, they say they're South Africans. So they're in the so-called Middle East. They got to have you thinking that the white man is assimilated with the Arab doctrine. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? So they can throw that Judaism, the Christianism, and the Islam. Once they have white people in it, they can try to mix out people up in the mind, but you can't trace it really. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they say Esau is the Arabs. So if they knew anything, Esau came out red, like the scriptures say. And his description was different from everybody. If Ishmael came out, if Ishmael was, but like we said, Ishmael is the Arabs. So how in the hell is Esau the Arabs? You understand what I'm saying? You ask any Arabs, they'll tell you our father is Ishmael. But you got dumb niggas that will say who's not Ishmael. They actually disagreeing with Ishmael, telling you they Ishmael. You understand what I'm saying? That's all that is. That's all that is. Matter of fact, let me bring this out. This is the reason. Now let me crush that. That's where I'm gonna crush this right here. This is exactly why I pulled this up. That's exactly why I pulled this up. Because everybody keeps saying Esau is the Arabs. Esau is the Arabs.
Like, some of the upper crust, some of those rich dudes in Dubai, they are children of Esau.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are the children of Esau. Those rich Arabs over there, they are Esau. But they are in the guise of Arabs. They look like Arabs. They have the Arab features, but their fathers, they are from Esau.
It's about ruling the population, and actually, Salakia. They want to keep the population, as they would say, mindful. Excuse my language. You feel what I'm saying?
I understand exactly what you're saying.
So it's confusion. It's confusion that you can't keep up with. Unless you really know what you're looking at. So I'm about to... we're going to show you who Edom is. Salakia. Right, here we go. Read that. Start right here. Right, and now, this is a book called Pawns in the Game, right? I was working a job in somebody's home, right? I used to do cable construction, communications construction. And I was in a job at somebody's home, probably way down Solomon's Island, Annapolis, right? And there was a young Edomite, man. And the young Edomite just started looking at me. He was watching me, and I guess he was sizing me up, so he started engaging me with like questions. And a lot of the questions that he asked me, I was just, I was engaging him. We had a real good talk. So after the talk, he went and grabbed this book, right? And said, here, look, this is a gift. Please read it over and over again. Don't get rid of it, because this is going to be a gem to you later on. And this, you know what I'm saying? This guy knew something then. Right? Young white guy. I remember him with glasses and whatever else. I just thanked him and read the book. I remember what I read in it. Now I go back and I say, oh, so now started that. What's the title on that chapter?
Okay, Khan. This is the Pawns of the Game. The men who caused the French Revolution.
The men who caused the French Revolution.
Right.
Wait, 1789. The men who caused the French Revolution is the chapter in Pawns in the Game. Go ahead.
Starting in the middle of the chapter.
Starting at the second paragraph.
Second paragraph. He opened a shop of counting.
Hold up. No. The second paragraph. Okay. Right here.
The Jewish Encyclopedia says Edom.
Here we go, brother.
Is a modern...
Hold. Read that over again.
The Jewish Encyclopedia says Edom is in modern jewelry.
Who?
Edom is in modern jewelry.
What does modern mean? It means right now. Edom is today the Jew. He's the today Jew. He's the modern Jew. He's not the real ancient Jew. Edom is in modern jewelry. Go ahead.
This is a very important omission. Because the word Edom means red.
What does the word Edom mean?
Red.
Go ahead.
History reveals that the Jewish goldsmith Amshel Moshe Brew.
Hold up. Amschel Moses Bauer.
Moses Bauer, like Eddie Bauer.
Like Eddie Bauer trucks. Go ahead.
Tired of his wandering in Eastern Europe and decide tired of his wandering in Eastern Europe and descent in 1750 to settle down in Frankfurt on the Main in Germany.
Right, go ahead.
He opened up a shop.
He opened up what?
A shop.
Go ahead.
Or a counting house.
A what?
A counting house.
What are these people counting?
People?
Bank money.
Oh, money.
These are the people who started the banks. I just gonna tell you who Amschel Moses Bauer is.
But Becker started off slavery though, wasn't it? Becker started off slavery though, wasn't it?
Who was the ones who started?
White people started.
Who was the particular white people who started?
Jews.
Yeah, what was them? Who was them Jews? Who they told? Who's been talked about today as the ones that rule the earth?
Well, the Jews overseas, I guess.
It's a particular family that run everything.
I don't.
Go ahead.
In the Judah Straits district.
Judah Straits district. Go ahead.
Right.
Over the door of his shop.
Right, a counting house. Over the door of his counting house. Go ahead.
He placed as his signet or business a red shield.
A what?
A red shield.
So it's telling you these peoples, they are Jewish, but Edom means red, and Edom is in modern Jewry. He opened up the first counting house with a red shield. That was all of the emblem, a red shield. So now, these peoples, what red shield means, go ahead.
It is of the greatest importance to remember that the Jews in Eastern Europe...
So let me ask you something. What does a shield do?
Protect.
And what does it do?
Protect.
What type of shield is it?
Protect you.
What did this say? What type of shield is it?
Red shield.
What does Edom mean?
Red.
So what is it protecting?
The people that...
Huh? What is it protecting? Red shield, right? It's the shield that's protecting red, right? Go ahead.
It is important. It is of great importance to remember that the Jews in Eastern Europe who belong to the revolution movement based in terrorism had also adapted the red flag.
The what?
The red flag.
Go ahead.
As their emblem because it represented blood.
So guess what? Why you think when you go to Russia, China, all of them got the eagle and all of their flags are straight up red? Germany was red, right? Go ahead.
And Mr. Moses Bauer,
Amschel Moses Bauer.
Moses Bauer, had a son born in 1743.
Right.
And he named him Amschel Moses Bauer.
Right, go ahead.
Oh, Salakia. Salakia.
Go ahead.
His father, the father died in 1754.
Right. Now
When
peep this out. Peep this how they do. Peep this out. This how, I mean, but these peoples, they got their thing in order. Go ahead.
When his son was only 11 years old, the boy had shown great ability.
11 years old. He was sharpening he was teaching his sons, man. Go ahead.
And extraordinary intelligence. And his father had taught him everything possible about the rudimentary principles of the money lending business.
What was that counting house?
Rudimentary principles of the money lending business.
What was that counting house that he opened with the red shield on it?
Money lending business.
Go ahead.
It had been the father's intention.
At 11 years old, he was teaching his son that. Go ahead.
To have his son trained as a rabbi.
A what?
As a rabbi.
Now, read the definition of what a rabbi is. Go ahead.
Teach.
It's right now. It's going to show you what their meaning of a rabbi is. Go ahead.
Keep reading?
Yeah.
But died intermittent.
And what it's telling you that the rabbis are money lenders. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He taught him about the money lending game. The rabbis are money lenders. He wanted to make him a rabbi.
Okay. Check this out. Now, money lending business, they lend you money knowing you can't pay it back, and then they mess your credit score up, knowing that you can't pay it back, and they target poor people like me, the lend money, get credit.